something that is the truth, but not necessarily have to follow it.
So for example, if you know it is the truth, even though you will not follow it. Let's agree on certain concepts, otherwise we're going to be all over the place. If there is the truth, me and you will follow it, correct?
There's some things.
Listen, when I say truth, an objectively truth, not subjectively truth.
Objectively truth. Let's say, for instance, I study.
For example, the existence of God. Yeah, it is an objectively truth. Correct. That's my point.
Well, it's objectively truth to us. To some people,
leave what some people.
Let's say this guy is an atheist. I'm just saying, for example, you say to me, show me God. I can't show you God. You can't show you God. So then you say, but then how do I believe in God if I can't see Him?
That's a different matter.
Listen to me and listen again. If there is truth, objectively truth, we will follow it. Okay. Let's agree on certain things.
I believe there is God, but let's say I'm an atheist. I say, show me God.
Listen,
you show me God.
We're now going away from the point. We're talking about an objectively truth. The sun is blue. Objectively truth. You understand? You follow that.
The sun is there. Everyone can see it.
So the sun is there. Everyone can see it.
So
the sky is blue.
That's an objective truth.
So that's my point. I'm talking about this.
We believing in God by faith. By faith.
Why do you argue on something which is trivial thing? It is simple.
You don't have
there is something
for it to be true. You don't have to see something.
Listen. Well, brother.
So why
listen
not?
To me, can
like
focus.
Everything else that I say is a bicycle, you can see it. If I say I have a ball in my hand, you can't see it, so it's not the truth. So
listen to me. We're not talking about vague things. We're talking about something that's objectively true. You understand?
That's what I'm
you
saying.
Understand what means objectively true? It means everyone agrees that this is something
according to religion or according to science?
And everything.
Because according to religion, God is.
Why do you argue on something trivial? It's simple. It's something objectively true.
Okay, there's an objective truth. You're saying God exists, so show me God.
So you don't believe in God?
I don't believe in God.
Okay, then why we discuss this now?
Because you're saying objective truth. So
leave what other. Me and you, we have an objectively truth, the existence of God.
Okay. We move past. We say God exists. We assume God exists.
You assume I believe God exists. I believe I believe in God more than I believe that I exist by myself. I believe in the existence of God more than my existence. You understand?
You see, I believe in God because I can see God's creation.
That's my point.
But I can't see God.
So my point is, why we arguing this? That's not our point.
Okay.
Our point is, if there is something objectively true, we follow it. That's my point. Yeah? We could bring one piece that we're not talking. We're talking about this topic. Let's focus on this. Now, the next question. If there is something that is true, it shouldn't have falsehood. Correct?
Of course. Yes.
So if I brought you some mistakes, a trivial mistakes, a significant mistakes in the Bible, will you say still it's a work of God?
I've looked at all the mistakes in the Bible. There's about 10 of them. They are trivial, very trivial. Like who was Jesus' father, or not his father, his great-grandfather or something, grandfather. But they're trivial. It's just the name. It doesn't change the entire story.
Trivial in the faith, in which faith? In the faith, not trivial as a faith, as someone faith which has mistakes. For example, now, do you believe Bible has the absolute truth from God?
I believe. I mean, the Bible has been translated, so it's like from Hebrew, Greek into
I'm not
English.
talking about the translation. I'm talking about things which is not mistakes of translation. I'm talking about facts.
So I believe the Bible is an accurate depiction of what actually happened in history. This book over here.
Good. I want to talk about history. Okay. According to the Bible, where the Bible was the main source of history before, in the past, especially about the ancient Egypt, correct? Okay, I will ask you, and from your understanding from the Bible, what was the name of the king at the time of Moses?
The king of the time of Moses.
The Egyptian king at the time of Moses.
Egyptian king at the
what
time
was his title?
of Moses. There were two. There were
Pharaoh.
The Pharaoh, yeah, I'm trying to think because there was the Ramses.
We're not talking about Ramses. We're talking about just the title, not the name. The title of the king.
Title of the king. Title of the Pharaoh.
No, the title of someone, a leader, the Pharaoh.
Yeah.
The title of the king in the Roman Empire is Caesar. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The title of the king in Japan is emperor. Yeah. So the title. Yeah. Or they used to call as well in Mongolia Shah, whatever. Yeah.
So he was the Pharaoh.
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 And what was the title of the king at the time of Joseph? In Egypt, from the Bible.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh the same. So Pharaoh was at the time of Joseph. Pharaoh was the time of Moses, and there is around 2,000 years in gap between them, around that time.
From Moses to who?
To Joseph.
Yeah. Moses to Joseph. You're saying it's 1,000 years.
I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
But that's not my point. That's not my point. How many years ago? My point is, 100 years ago, an Englishman from this country went and studied the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic language. And then they found something called Rosetta Stone. Have you heard about it? And then from that, they dismantled the translation of the language from all hieroglyphic language into all the Greek language to the Latin language. And then they discovered, they were studying from pyramids, from all over the place, from the temples, from even the scrolls that they found that the title of the time of Moses, Pharaoh, no problem. But it is impossible for the title of the king at the time of Joseph to be called Pharaoh. Impossible. Why? It's impossible. Because during that time, Hyksos, which is a Mediterranean reign, they ruled Egypt. They took over Egypt during that time. When they took over Egypt, they never used title pharaohs at all. They didn't use title pharaohs. They used to call themselves kings, not pharaohs.